Welcome to Cobalt Tutorials. This video will focus on the system setup required to create Word templates in Dynamics 365 for customer engagement. The Word template is a powerful feature that allows users to create custom documents and reports with dynamic data from the CRM system. Before creating the document, you'll first want to make sure your Word application is set up to allow access to the developer tools. While this sounds intimidating to most users, we promise that you don't have to write a single line of code to be successful. Open your Word application and click File in the ribbon. Then on the left side, click on Options. The Options screen will pop up and you can click Customize Ribbon. On the right column, you'll see the main tabs. Look toward the bottom of the list and check the box next to Developer. Click OK at the bottom. You'll return to your blank document, and in the ribbon, you should see the Developer option is added. There's nothing else to do in Word at this time, so you can close the application. The next steps are done in Dynamics 365 for customer engagement. Log in if you've not already done so. The easiest place to start is to navigate to Settings and select Templates. Note that this option may be listed in a slightly different location under Settings, as this is a customizable layout for each instance. If you do not have access to the system templates, you can still create a personal template, which we'll discuss in a moment. While Dynamics 365 offers a variety of template options, for this tutorial, you will want to select the Document Template option. In the ribbon toolbar, click New and not Upload. You'll be able to click Upload once you've completed your template, but you cannot simply upload a file from Word that you used in the past. You'll see the option to create an Excel or Word template. For this tutorial, select Word, and you will see that the remaining option to select is Entity. You could select any entity in your system, including custom entities, as a starting point for your report. Note that the entity you choose will be the entity where the report will be available in the future. So, for an account details report, you'd want to start there. But if you want to provide an invoice to customer, you'll want to scroll down to the invoice entity. Let's pause a moment here, as I promised to cover how to create a personal template if you do not have access to the system templates. To do this for our invoice example, you'll find it easiest to navigate to an invoice record. So we'll go to Sales, Invoices, and then select a random record. Then, under More Commands, you will click on Word Templates and Create Word Template. You'll note that the same screen we saw before is now available to you with Word Template and Invoice selected by default. You can change the entity if you want, but for this tutorial, we'll stick with the invoice and click Select Entity. The next screen shows you the available relationships to your primary entity that can be added to the dynamic values for your Word template. You might be wondering why. The answer is that it is likely that you will want to include information that is not on the invoice record, but a record related to the invoice for your report. For example, customer information like name or invoice products for a detailed listing of items and their costs. Here you can select additional entities related to your primary entity that you will want to pull dynamic information from. Be selective in your choices. It can be tempting to select everything, but this will make the steps in Word more cluttered and confusing than they need to be. Once you've selected the associations you need, if you need them, you can click Download Template. Note that if you don't need anything from related entities, you can click Download Template without making additional selections. Your Word document should pop up in the bottom of the screen. Click to open it. This will open a Word document connected to Dynamics 365. You may get the warning that this document is not able to be edited. To resolve this, click Enable Editing. From here, you can move on to the next steps of creating your document or saving it for later. Thank you for joining us for Cobalt Tutorials.